Hello everyone, Arthur Wisdom speaking. Just made an update on AutoGate and figured out that I haven't done a proper tutorial on this device. It's a bit less known, maybe that AutoPlay. So I thought it would be the right occasion to do so. So let's get on to it. Okay then, so as usually, I'm going to start by having a look at the device interface and explain a bit how it works, and then we'll put it in the situation in a track. So yeah, AutoGate. So it's the complement of AutoPlay, because as much as AutoPlay is working on MIDI and sending MIDI notes, so it allows you to generate random MIDI patterns on a synth. AutoGate is the audio version, because it's gonna chop out anything that you send to it audio wise. So it would be something like my AutoGrid device, but only on one channel. So it's really a slicer for any incoming audio, but with the main features that you have in many of my devices. So if we have a short look at the interface, so we have this probability. So we call that the stutter probability. We have a smooth parameter which allows to avoid clicking when transitioning from silence to sound. We can mix the dry signal, so the incoming audio, with the sliced up ones, so it allows to blend in the rhythmic patterns with the original sound. You have the same sequencer that you can find in many of my devices, so you can select up to 4 different slice length, and with that probability you can add a bit of swing. If you're using on the 16s, you can have some swing on it if you want a bit more groove, and you can as well sidechain it, meaning that you can avoid having slices or stutters happening on beat if you want to save to prevent clashes with your kick mainly. You have as well a velocity parameter. Of course, we are not dealing with MIDI here, so the velocity will control the volume of each of the slices. So max will be 100% will be the full volume of the incoming audio, and 0 would be silence. So the device will choose at random between these two values. You as well have a gate length. This one is pretty simple, so it tells how long compared to the original duration is gonna last. So if, say, I'm playing 1 second, so 1/2, and my gate is 1/4 of that, then it's gonna play 1/8, so 1/4 of this half. We have the same random engine then you can find on many of my devices, so you can have it running freely, which is the loop off mode, or you can force it to trigger the same sentence and the same pattern again and again, so the same type of slices again and again from 1/8 to 16 bars. I've changed a bit the interface of this one, so if you click on this dice, it's going to generate a new pattern, and you have as well the possibility to store the pattern that is here. Just by clicking on this diskette, it allows you to copy whatever pattern you put there, so it's a bit more convenient than having to cut and paste, because keep in mind that this value, which is the current pattern, is not saved with the project. The reason for that is that it would stack up. Each new pattern will stack up on the undo list of live, so it would be quite an annoyance if you have many patterns generated. So the best thing is you find the pattern which you want, and then you click on that, so it's gonna be saved, and then you just need to copy that back and put it here to force the sequencer to get back to that pattern. I would wish there would be a better way to do so, but it's impossible in live currently. The choice is to avoid having stacking up on the undo list, which is way more inconvenient. What do we have else? We have as well the possibility to trigger in sequence, as in AutoPlay and AutoGrid, and each slice will as well generate modifications on up to 4 parameters, each of them having a rest value, which is the value by default, and being sent to some value between min and max with an attack and a release. So we can map it to up to 4 parameters. And the new thing, which is not yet present in my other devices, is this small dices with the arrows and the numbers below. Sometimes you're happy with the sequence that you have, but you want, keeping the same sequence, you want other slices to happen, and so the only way for now up to now would be to generate a new random loop, which would be quite of an annoyance. So here you're gonna have the ability to regenerate a new sequence, but only on the section. So I have my main sequence, which is still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, but if I click on this arrow here, I can change the repartition of the velocity or the gate or the sequence or the probability, but not touching anything on the rest, which I think is a good thing if you are happy with part of your sequence, but you just want, for example, changing the gate length because it's not the one you want. But we'll see that in context later on. So apart from that, it's pretty simple. Let's switch to the track. I've just placed the base elements, so we can just have listen at the beginning and just kick and bass. Then I have some mid-bass going on here, which is not using AutoGate. It's using AutoPlay and enveloper to do some LFO-like tool. Let's have a listen. And then we start to have this atmos. I'll put them here. So we have this atmos. I'm starting with a sample, which is a vocal sample that I've grabbed on the sample pack, and this sample is loaded in Quanta, which is the granular synthesizer of audio damage, and I've set up a bit of stuff inside it. We may have a listen without the AutoGate, just to hear what it does. Yeah, just close it. Yeah, sorry. So it's a nice ambient chords, which is textured nicely. There's a bit of stuff happening afterward. There's the there is color copy, so that's the delay, ping pong delay, 1/4 dotted, and I have this LFO, which is controlling filter, which is my Korg 35 low pass emulation with a bit of resonance to have something a bit more crunchy. So if I activate AutoGate, we'll just solo this one and listen to what it does. So as you see, I have a sequence which is looping every 2 bars with a different set of parameters. There's this thing which is controlling the cutoff, so it's this one is really random. But let's see what it does if I change. There's a bit of dry wet, so we have the main the raw sound which is passing through like 10%, and the rest is sliced. So let's see what it does when I change, for example, the probability this parameter. Let's shorten the loop. Yeah, for the sake of simplicity, I'm gonna remove these devices for now and just listen to the gating. And so you can hear that if I change this value, then I have the same pattern here, but I'm not playing the same slices. Say I'm happy with that, but I want to change the sequence because this one for some reason isn't. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. I can change the gate as well. Let's see if I can have something a bit more groovy. Yeah, this one for example. Let's reactivate the rest. So as you see, I don't think I'm controlling anything here now. So as you see, can have something which is a bit more consistent because I'm only changing parts of what's going on in the device when I roll the dices there. So these values can go from minus 1000 to 1000. So you have for each random sequence you have up to 2000 possibilities, 2001 possibilities. These values are saved with the project, so because they are less keen to be modified because you just modify them manually. So whatever you do, so just save the seed here using this button, and then this one will be saved. So you only need to load this one back here, and you can come back when reloading the project. So this is for this Atmos. Let's switch to the next one, which is also using AutoGate. So on this one is let's have a look what it is. Yeah, that's some sync. Yeah, that's some sync stuff. Let's hear these sounds. So nothing fancy, just a nice ambient sound. So, but it's better. Let's activate AutoGate and listen to it alone. Then we'll have a listen at what it does in context. So you see it's the same slice happening, but the sound is random, as in Serum I have some random stuff, and I have some LFOs which are, yeah. LFOs are changing the behavior of the sequence a tiny bit. Okay, then I have this FM sequence which is not using AutoGate. I have the squelches here. Let's have a listen to them. Just have a listen at the raw sound first. So not very interesting. Just basic sound, just a basic sound. But I've set up a few stuff. The mod wheel is controlling the pitch and a cutoff of the sound, and these ones are as well activate AutoGate. And as you can see, I've mapped the mod wheel here to AutoGate. So AutoGate is actually sending values on the mod wheel between 30% and so between 0 and 100% with a rest value of 29, a bit of attack and release. So let's just hear this only with the AutoGate. So the sequence is not looping. I can put that to loop so we can hear what it does. So you really hear that we are looping the same sequence again and again. Same for the rest. I can change the modulation and have a different sequence only on the modulation. The sequence is moving a bit because I've automated the probability here, so it's the same sequence but not playing at full time. Let's just have a look at the part where the probability is maximum. Yeah, as you see, I've automated this one, so let's just listen to the full one. So as you can see, the same sequence is happening, but I've just changed the mod wheel, so I'm just changing how the pitch and cutoff are varying over time with something which is fully controlled because it's saved. I can save that seed for later use, like so, and there we go. Save the project. I think I have some others. There's an ambient here. Yeah, we can set this up. I haven't done this one yet, so let's do it together. So this one is a patch from Mute Production from Shep from his 2020 pack. So it's a nice atmos, background atmos. But it's definitely needing to be changed a bit. So let's just create a sequence. So I'm probably going to say this one. And then just gonna loop that and insert AutoGate. like so. So as you can hear, just tweaking a bit, not changing velocity or gate, just adding the, just changing a bit the sequence to have a bit more, to have the 30 seconds basically happening just where I want them to go. It's sometimes I have a feeling that it's almost as if I was writing the MIDI notes directly, but it would be so tedious to do that it's easier to rely on AutoGate and keep on top of that. Keep in mind that this is not something you would be able to do easily using Serum. You would have to set some LFO on the and control the volume of the synth, but you control that using the chaos if you want to have something random, but then it will be fully random, and so you wouldn't have anything. You couldn't have a pattern, or you would have to draw manually the LFOs, and I personally hate doing patterns using an LFO. It's just takes too much time, and if you want to change the sequence, you have to change it to start over again and again. I really feel that using AutoGate to do that for me and automatically generate instant sequences is really time saving. So, well, that's my personal point of view. Next one is using the virus. So yeah. So I got only one FM. That's an FM sound. Let's just listen to what it does. So you have the virus controller here, and we have the sound back, which is coming from the virus, and this one is gated. So let's have a listen. Yeah, like so. So basically, with this is it. We can have a listen at the full thing. Though here, of course, all this is stacking up, so it's not really interesting. It's too much. I mean, probably would have to spread this more on the track. we go. So this is it. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so that was AutoGate. So feel free to leave me a comment, ask for any question in the comments of the video. If you like what I do, just head up to my Gumroad, and please like and subscribe to this video and my channel. And if you want to support me a bit more, feel free to join my Patreon and have access to different things. For example, this filter, which I've done lately. Which for now is only available, I don't know where it is. It's only available for my Patreon supporters at the moment. This thing, which is the core emulation, and the multi-LFO, which has been not released yet. This is something which is still a bit of work in progress, though it's almost finished. So I'll talk to you again about this one, hopefully in the next week. Thank you for your attention, and keep up.